together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today we have a decent-sized hockey slate. And we got a couple NBA games as well. We got 5 games in the NBA. I believe we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 NHL games. So we got a good slate. I've already moved on 3 NHL games. I've not moved on any NBA. I usually don't until the morning of. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we'll take a look back at what happened yesterday, what went right and what went wrong in the world of sports betting. Anything other than basketball was profitable for me yesterday. Gonzaga minus 41. They win by 38, you said?
Yeah, 38.
So they do not get the number. This is why you don't lay this many points in basketball, but our numbers still suggested value on it, so oh well. And then my only play in the NBA was the Hawks, plus 2.5 and plus 120. So I lost 0.96 units there, 0-2 in the NBA. But the other 2 sports made up for it. NHL and NFL were really good last night. The NHL went 3-1-1. The Islanders plus 105 in overtime win 4-3. So the over 6 comes in as well. And it's always nice beating Toronto, especially at home. That's always.
But we will say, shout out to John Tavares getting his 1,000th career point against the Islanders. Anyways, go ahead.
And more importantly, he leaves the arena with an L yesterday, so that was nice to see. But Detroit Red Wings did not get the job done. Plus 175 loser there. I somehow got the push on Colorado minus 1. They were down 5-3 heading into the third period, and they won in regulation. So that was really cool to see. I had their team total over, so I ended up making money off the Avalanche last night. So that was nice to see the Avalanche come back and win that game. So 3-1-1 up 2.35 units in the NHL, 4-2 in the NFL. The first half unders were the saving grace of last night, really, for totals wise, because the full games went over. But Giants Packers first half under 18.5. Winner, full game under 37. Loser, Tommy DeVito gets another win as the starting quarterback of the New York Giants. Don't look now. The Giants are only a game behind for a wildcard spot. Just wanted to put that out there. Now, there's a bunch of teams in front of them, tiebreakers and all that stuff, but they're a game behind for that last wildcard spot. All right, but the better game of the night, the Tennessee-Miami game. I got the first half under 23.5. That was a nice little winner there. Under 46 did not come through, but it was a fair trade-off for me because I got the Titans plus 14, which covered, and I got the Titans plus 13 for the contest. So I went 4-1 in the Pub Sports Radio contest this week. And the Titans plus 625 outright. How is that? Never in doubt. Titans money line plus 625. That was great. I went on Pub as well on Pub Sports Radio and gave out Titans money line on a Sunday morning. So that was a lot of fun to watch them come back and win that game and put me in the black for the night. So overall yesterday, did I write my records? No, I wrote it in right. 7-6-1 up 2.35 units. So it was a good night yesterday for me. Hoping to keep that going into today. I will catch up and post my results for December. I'm going to try to get that all done today. I have fallen really behind on tracking all my numbers. So I'm going to try during the day today to catch up on all my tracking and post my results for December on Twitter and all that. So, but yeah, good day for me yesterday.
Yesterday was frustrating. And yeah, I know you profited well on that Tennessee game. That the first touchdown by Tennessee to make it I was hoping that they would miss the 2-point conversion. Because then we would have still had a chance at the under. Once they hit it, the under was dead. and so was the Giants. I was hoping that the Giants would keep Green Bay out of the end zone. Did not happen. And we were sitting at 37, so it was sitting, what was it, 21-16? I'm like, all right, cool. Don't do anything. And then they scored a touchdown. Well, all right, there goes the under in that one too. So that was frustrating. Gonzaga didn't cover. Nets didn't cover. Pelicans won by 14. So I was happy with that one. That was one of my more confident plays of the day. Memphis, loser. New Hampshire lost by the hook. Jacksonville lost in overtime, outright, 6-point faves. The gift that keeps on giving, though, is the over in Pacer games. And Pacers would have covered the spread. So I could have stuck with that, too. And then one of the plays that I felt no confidence in after a while, and then it ended up coming through, was Orlando. Apparently all the money was all over Orlando, and the line kept moving down, so it was a guaranteed loser. Magic won by double digits. So it ended up being a shitty day, though, so I'm not going to celebrate that one. It ended up going 3-7, so absolutely just dog shit day. We've got good job, Nick. You actually put the hockey plays up early today. We have 3 of those up on the site. We have 3 college basketball and 1 NBA. So we'll see.
There'll probably be more hockey. Those are just the plays I've already bet. Because half the lines were not available last night because there's a lot of teams on back-to-backs today, which we'll get into.
Yep. So we'll discuss those games and we'll get into it. Nick, do you want to head to the chat real quick? Say hi to peoples. I'm going to quickly upload the member-only card. So if anybody's interested in that, it's going to actually be going up in the next 3 minutes. So there you go. Yeah. Oh, hold on. One more thing with the NBA, because I see a couple of mentions with one of the games. Philadelphia beat Washington last night. The Rockets beat the Spurs, and the what's the other team? Where is it? Rockets beat Spurs, Wizards lost, and the Pistons lost. So now they are combined 1-51 in their last 52 games. Once again, that only win was Washington over Detroit.
We're seeing a legendary tank off right now. Like, this is a tank off for the history books right here.
Yeah, you look at it. I didn't think we would get this much of a tank off. You get Detroit that's sitting at 2-21, 3-19 for Washington, and then 3-19. Imagine being 3-19 and being projected the number 3 overall pick.
Oh, that's just pain.
Imagine being that bad and then be like, you know what? You get the 3rd pick because this team's worse than you.
Or no, you wouldn't have the 3rd pick. You'd have the 3rd best odds for the 1st pick.
Imagine the 3 of them all go into a tank off, and then the number 1 overall pick is going to go to like the Utah Jazz. You know what? That's what I want to happen. I want it to go to either like Utah or Portland.
Look, it'd probably be an interesting way to do it is if you want to get rid of tanking in these leagues, it's pretty plain and simple. And if you want to still have the draft lottery, give the best odds to the team that finishes right outside the playoffs. Like if you are seeing that you have the play-ins or whatever, if you are the 11th ranked team in the conference, you have the best odds to get the 1st overall pick. Instead of a team that's purposely losing, reward the teams that are trying, got close,
but just suck,
but just weren't good enough. Those are the teams that should get the number 1 overall pick, not the team that went 3-18.
Oh, there's a 2-21 Detroit Pistons.
Well, you know what I mean. The teams that are purposely losing.
Yes.
Shouldn't reward that. You want taking out of sports? That's the way to do it. So there's my TED Talk. Oh, also one more thing, and then we'll get into the chat. And I was mentioning to you this earlier, and we'll get into the games. We're just having a small cup. Imagine I wonder what the odds were if you placed a 5-leg parlay on all the New York teams this weekend. If you took the Jets and the Rangers on Sunday, and then you took the Islanders, the Giants, and the Knicks yesterday.
And Sabres.
They're not like they're
New York teams. Stop. And Buffalo. Both Buffalo teams.
I was gonna say if you put Buffalo, I was gonna say they have Buffalo in front of their
Both
names.
Buffaloes.
They do not have New York in front of their names.
But they are located in New York.
Correct, they are. But I'm looking for teams that actually show pride in New York and have New York as their first name. So, with that being said, we'll head over to the chat and we'll get into today's card. Marcos, of course, first here saying, "What's up, my guys? Let's get it. Let's cash today. Hit the like button. People show some appreciation, subscribe, and share." Tim A, a little NBA games today, but let's find some value.
I got one play in the NBA, dude.
There you go. Supness. Let's get Lex. Embiid not playing fourth.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame them. They won by 45 against Washington.
Hope everyone cashed yesterday. Yep, it was nice. Cashed all the over in the NHL except for the Flames game, which I took the under. Oof. Yeah, that was, I think, the highest scoring game of the night. Down goes them Packers. I did say G-Man money line. Hey, what are the odds on the Giants to make the playoffs?
I'm annoyed.
Tommy DeVito! It's DeVito season, I'm telling you.
No, it is annoying because the Green Bay Packers cost me a winning week in the Pub Sports Radio. I needed that in order to have even a remote chance. So I'm dead now in that officially.
You know what you got last night, right? You got DeVito.
Yeah, you're hilarious. Thank you, Nick.
Dolphins didn't cover the spread and lost, but it went over. Yeah, that was
Ugly.
a hell of a money line there. I think that was my biggest money line of the NFL season, 625. Then bet parlay on it, total, which didn't cash because of the Flames game. Yeah, hit the Titans at plus 200. Should have bet it when it was 600. Yeah, but you got in for it, so there you go. Sabres money line, no brainer. I wish that pissed me off. I could have had an even better hockey night. I had a great hockey night, but I said if they announced Vejmelka, I wanted the Sabres, and I leaned over. I didn't pull the trigger on that game. I went 1-3 in the NBA. Oof. I got pride. What's good, real deal prime? Nick Miracle come back for the Avs. Congrats. I mean, yeah, I would have been happy if even if they didn't make the comeback, just score 4 goals. That would have been fun. Well, yeah, will not make it, or Green Bay. Yeah, they won't make it now. Well, let's get into some hockey. We have some hockey here. We have the Carolina Hurricanes taking on the Ottawa Senators. Hurricanes minus 130 favorites, total 6.5 in this game. I did a free pick video for this one last night. This line's moving a little bit here. This line opened up at a 140 for Carolina. It's down to a 123. So a 17-cent line movement towards the Senators here in this one. Line opened up at a 6.5 at minus 108. It's a 6.5 at minus 114 now. So we have a move towards the over here as well. Let's get to the cash flow in the spot here, where we have 68% of the tickets and 85% of the cash is coming in on Carolina, and they're moving the line towards Ottawa. 44% of the tickets, 53% of the cash is on the over, and the line has moved towards the over as well. Let's take a look at my projections for this game. I have the wrong team favored in this matchup here. I have the Senators as a favorite in this game. I like Ottawa in this spot a lot. They've been playing better as of late. They have the goaltending advantage. They're at home, and I'm looking to fade this Carolina Hurricanes team until they figure it out. I think more specifically, I don't want to blindly fade the Hurricanes because they are 8-2-1 at PNC Arena this year. They're 6-10 on the road this year. They're a team that's really struggled, and they went through that West Coast Canadian trip, and I don't think they want to do that again this year. Good thing for them, though, they don't have to. This is a spot here where I want to continue to fade Carolina on the road. So I'm on Ottawa. I got them at plus 115 last night. I like this spot for them. I did a free pick video. So Ottawa Senators for me.
Yeah, I'm on Ottawa as well. It's just kind of I like to ride trends, and one of the big trends right now is Carolina keeps losing games. Just to think, we'll quickly throw this into where are the Hurricanes in the standings? And to answer that one, they are 29 points, which makes them out of a playoff spot at the moment. By a little bit too. I think by like 2 or 3 points they're out of a playoff spot by, which is just crazy to see. Yeah, they got 29. Okay, they're 2 points out of a playoff spot. So they win tonight, they're back tied up with the playoff spot. If they lose tonight and the Sabres win tomorrow, the Sabres will be tied with them. Just want to throw that one out there, Carolina. Go Sens tonight. Hopefully it's in regulation, which that could be an interesting go at it. What is Ottawa in regulation?
Probably plus 165, 170.
I'll step it up. I'll go Ottawa in regulation tonight to win. You look at Carolina, they're not even like going. It's not like they're even going to overtime. They went to overtime against the Isles. They beat the Sabres, and then since then, a loss to Winnipeg, a loss to Edmonton, a loss to Calgary, and a loss to Vancouver. Now they're kind of back on the East Coast, but this is still kind of a bad spot for them. I'm going Sens, and I think the Carolina Hurricanes hit some real big regression coming up. They do get Detroit, which next up, which is going to be interesting. Nashville, Washington, Vegas, Pittsburgh.
I look forward to that Vegas matchup. That's going to be a true test for them.
Yeah, we're looking at. We're going to be at 3 out of the three more Hurricanes games this year and this month at least, and we'll be rooting against them in all 3. So I'll love to see it.
Of course.
I see the regression. Give me the Sens.
Yeah. Yeah. And here's the thing: I do expect long term for the Hurricanes to be fine. Like this team will be fine. They'll make the playoffs. They'll do all that, but not right now. So back to the chat.
Them Packers cost you, Tim, this week. Them Packers cost me $52,000 on Turkey Day.
Ouch.
Yeah, but you bet against them. I bet on them. Senators lean though over 6.5. Okay, my guy. Fear not, I am here. Yay, Nathan's here. We don't have to be worried anymore. Yeah, Sens money line plus 120. Watch balling out. There you go. I totally agree on Ottawa. They're playing well, and the Canes are crap on the road and have garbage goaltending. There you go. Tim, yeah, even better. Ottawa in regulation for big plus money. Let's get it.
Yeah, that's one thing I am looking to see if the Carolina Hurricanes will look to fix during the trade deadline.
Goaltending
is look for a goaltender. I mean, you can call Anaheim for John Gibson. You won't be able to do that with Philadelphia, Carter Hart anymore because they're actually playing well. Actually, I think actually a decent fit potentially is maybe they give Chicago a call and say, "What do you want for Peter Mrazek?"
They can go and try to call Pittsburgh for Tristan Jarry.
No, he signed a long-term deal.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, I was laughing the entire way that they did.
What about Brubauer? Or maybe? How about trying to just go get? I know this might sound correct. What about Marc-Andre Fleury? A veteran in there that has the experience. Get him out of Minnesota. Maybe he might prosper in Carolina.
And here's the thing, and with Marc-Andre Fleury, that I actually think that might actually work really well. Because when was the last time we saw Marc-Andre Fleury truly have like really good numbers?
Eastern Conference.
No, Vegas. He won a Vezina Trophy with Vegas.
Oh,
what does Vegas have? What does Vegas have that's very similar to Carolina?
Defense.
Bingo. That doesn't play well defensively in front of him. Neither did the Blackhawks. Struggled.
That or honestly, the top option that Carolina should try to go for, Jordan Binnington.
Absolutely. I think
that should be a big guy in everybody's target.
I don't think they want to get rid of Binnington right now. The way he's playing and they're in a wild card spot, the Blues, maybe they see they can compete this year. I don't think so.
Maybe. But we'll see. I want the over, but I could see the under too. Well, you're just contradicting yourself then. Morning, gentlemen. Good morning. Would Brubauer be an upgrade? Yes. Yeah.
Yes. If he was healthy, you know who I think it could be mutually beneficial for both? Would be getting Elvis Merzlikins out of Columbus.
Oh, maybe. It was a very ugly day yesterday. Yes. Only cashed Sabres and Stars puck line as well as Tavares and Matthews anytime goal. I cashed on Sabres puck line. and then I cashed on Travaris over 1.5 points at plus 250. That was nice. Never mind. Give me the over. I feel like both teams are going to be fired up into this game. Get it? No, my Blues cannot trade the legend Binnington. Well, you got to think if they're on. It depends on how
Binnington's contract. It will be tough to trade as well. Keep that in mind.
Let's keep rolling with hockey. So.
Yeah, he's getting paid $6 million a year right now, Binnington. So that may be a little tough to trade. But let's move on here. This line, I believe this line's moved. Wow, it has. Because it's no longer this number either. Line opened up at a 150 for the Rangers. We're now looking at 163 for Toronto, or for New York. My bad. And this line opened up at a 6 at minus 116. It's down to a 6 at minus 113. So a small move towards the under here in this spot. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game, where we have 51% of the tickets, 95% of the cash is on the Rangers. The line has moved accordingly. 54% of the tickets and 90% of the cash is on the over in this matchup as well. The line's dropped a little bit, which is kind of interesting there. I have this game projected for 6.44 goals, so I think the 6.5 number is correct. And I actually see a little bit of value here with Toronto, especially with the line moving up. My only worry is it's going to be Martin Jones in net, and I don't have a power ranking for him because he's had one start this year with Toronto, and this feels very similar to the game that the Rangers just played last when they played the Kings. Because what did the Kings do the night before they played the Rangers? They lost in overtime to New York Islanders. The Islanders just keep on softening up the opponent of the Rangers the next game. Like I don't get these schedule makers. They always get the Islanders, then they play the Rangers next.
Yeah, because they're right next to each other.
I know, but it's never Rangers then Islanders. It's always Islanders then Rangers. I see there, and they're getting the Islanders sloppy seconds. But that's beyond the point. I would only look Rangers in this game, though. Even though my numbers suggest there's value here on the Leafs, I don't want the Leafs on a back-to-back with Martin Jones in that. I don't want beach ball. I don't want beach ball Jones. So this is and I only have value, I think, on Toronto because we don't have a significant enough sample size on Martin Jones yet this year. Where if this was 10 starts in, his goalie rating is probably a 1.15 or a 1.2. Like, he's not a good goaltender. So not a goalie I'm particularly looking to get interested with. At this number, I can't play the Rangers, though. This line's moved too much. Maybe if the Maple Leafs score first, look to grab a live money line with the Rangers. But for me, this will be a stay off.
I'm on Toronto. Coming off of that ugly game not an ugly game last night, overtime loss last night. I think they come into this one more motivated. I will say I didn't get as good of a line because I got 110 last night. It's up to like a 125 area. And fading the Rangers hasn't gone well for me this year. Although the times that I've backed the Rangers, they suck. So I don't understand. I'm going to be on Toronto in this game. I think they get the win today. I like to look at the playoff picture as we go along. Right now, Toronto would be the number 4 seed. New York Rangers would be number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. So should be a really good matchup tonight. Hopefully it's competitive, no overtime. I don't want to see Eastern Conference teams go to overtime. But this one's I'm going to go Toronto in this one.
Yeah, and you said that Toronto would be the 4 seed right now. Is that no? They would be the 3 seed. They would be the Atlantic 3 seed. They would play Florida. Keep in mind the playoff format.
It just goes 8 and 8. So okay, my bad.
Yeah, right now the matchups would be Florida versus Toronto, the 2 versus 3. Islanders versus Flyers, the 2 versus 3, and then the Bruins would be playing the Capitals, and the Rangers would the Bruins would be playing the Red Wings. The Rangers would be playing the Capitals. So we would have no crossover.
Okay, interesting.
Top three from each division, and then 2 wild cards.
Gotcha. Back to Chetnik.
Where do you leave off? Let's see. You guys see Mikko Rantanen's post-game comments last night? Wow, locker room issues. Oh, good God. Well, what I guess I need to see that now. But yeah, Avalanche got the job done last night. Over 6. I can see an over, but it's a 6.5. Did I just hear Martin Beachball Jones, Rangers puck line? I would lean that way. With plus money, Rangers puck line. I want Leafs to lose today so I can take them against the Blue Jackets. There you go. We'll keep on moving on here. The Pittsburgh Penguins and the Arizona Coyotes. We have the Penguins as minus 190 favorites with a total of 6 in this game. Line opened up at a 182. It's up to a 184. Line opened up at 6.5. It's down to a 6. So the lines moved down and the lines moved slightly towards the Pittsburgh Penguins. My projected total for this game is around the 5 range. I have this game projected actually pretty low, and I agree with this line movement down. I wish I was able to get involved in this game at a 6 though, or a 6.5 though. That was at 6. It kind of gives me a little bit of pause. But this Penguins team has not been scoring goals. When you look at what this Penguins team has done as of late, 1-1-1. They had 2 games in a row. They did 3 and 4, but then 2-3, 2-0, 3-2-2. Like, this team is just not scoring goals at the moment. And it's funny. They added Erik Karlsson in the offseason. They're like, all right, we got a offensive-minded defenseman that can really improve our power play. We're going to be good. And they have the 30th ranked power play in the league. I believe they're 0-36 in their last 36 attempts on the power play. This is under or nothing for me. I have absolutely no interest in an over in this game. That being said, I think I have interest in the Arizona Coyotes in this game. I had this game priced around Penguins minus 120. I think this line is entirely too wide. And plus 160 for this Arizona team. I get it. They're on a second half of a back-to-back. That's going to scare some people here. But that being said, I'm interested in these Arizona Coyotes. We didn't go over cash flow here. We have 21% of the tickets, 59% of cash is on the Coyotes, and 50% of the tickets, 99% cash on the over in that game. I'm interested in Arizona in this spot. I'm also kind of interested to see what Penguins team total under would be. 3.5 at minus 120. Ooh, I kind of like that a little bit better. Don't rely on the Coyotes to win the game. Just rely on the Penguins not to score 3 goals. I'm going to do that instead. I'm going to go Penguins team total under 3.5 here. I like that a lot. With their offensive struggles right now, I think that this could be a lower scoring game. But I do think that the Coyotes may be able to put up a few goals. So give me the Penguins team total under 3.5 at minus 120. That's where I'll go in this game.
Yeah, real quick before I jump into this one, a little bit of college football news. Former Duke quarterback Riley Leonard will be transferring to Notre Dame.
Because Sam Hartman won't be there.
Yep. Just figured I'd mention that when I saw that pop up on ESPN. I kind of lean towards the Yotes. And I'm not going to bet it. And the only reason why I'm not going to bet it is I watched the game last night. And the Yotes looked exhausted. Pretty much from the beginning of the game. They just did not look like the normal Yote team that we've seen for a while. The high energy, high flying back and forth. They ran into the Sabres who just, I guess they've kind of turned around and kind of starting to try to shut teams down defensively. They lost 5-2. I watched the game last night, so that's why I looked at it and went, I'm not going to bet the Yotes because I don't really think it's a particularly a good spot, although you could say, it's a bounce back spot. They've lost 3 in a row. So I don't really see a bounce back spot. I think the Yotes are going to start to slide down. I'm just not
going in the wrong direction now, yeah.
I'm not going to trust Pittsburgh right now.
No.
Pittsburgh is the 3rd worst team in the Eastern Conference. The only teams they're better than, Ottawa and Columbus. So not really anything special with those 2 teams. Pittsburgh, I think, is going to be a team that's on the outside looking into the playoffs. So I don't want to touch this team at all. I'll be rooting for the Yotes, but this one's a pass for me. How can you not root for the Yotes?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just the Pens team total under 3.5 for me, -120. Back to the chat.
Yeah, where did you go?
There.
Nick, Miko is now feuding with Lincoln's dad. Yes, really. Jesus Christ. Come on, guys. You're athletes. Grow up. Cincinnati Bearcats. I X'd out my Google Docs, of course. Hold on. Cincinnati. Where's Cincinnati? Right here. You got them at 20.5. We have the game at around a 19.5. So it would be a lean towards the opposite direction. Did not bet it. Over. Sure. Any Champions League. Have fun. Penguins puck line, but probably won't bet it. Yeah, I wouldn't either. All right, Nick, let's go to this game.
Yeah, we have the Detroit Red Wings and the St. Louis Blues -130 for the Blues, total of 6.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here, where we have the line opened up at a 124 in this game for the Blues. It's up to a 135, so move towards St. Louis here. The line opened up at a 6.5. It is still 6.5. Take a look, 58% of the tickets and 84% of the cash is on St. Louis. The line has moved towards the Blues. 60% of the tickets, 94% of the cash is on the over. Line's not really moved for the total here. Let's take a look at my projection for this game, and I have the Blues around a -145 range for this game. So I think this number is about correct. And I have I had this game projected around 6.44 goals. So I have this game priced about right. I don't see a huge amount of value here. Now the ultimate question is who's going to be a net for the Red Wings. I believe last night it was Husso, so tonight will be Lyon. I don't have too much interest in this game. I would lean Blues if I had to bet anything in this game. If this was still -125, I would take a shot with the Blues because there would be more value on the line. I think we've lost a little bit of line value there with this line moving up to the 135. The Red Wings are not a team I'm particularly interested in looking at the back right now. They have not won a game since Patrick Kane joined the squad.
They've played elite competition in San Jose, Ottawa. Okay, Dallas is a good team.
Yep. Their last win was against the Buffalo Sabres.
We don't talk about it.
Yeah, they haven't. Then Patrick Kane made his debut against the Sharks, and they've lost every game since. I have no interest in the Red Wings here. It'd be Blues or nothing. But you don't have to bet every game, and there's not enough value for me to bet this game. I think there's better games later in the card. I have 2 plays already for later in the card already, and staring down the barrel of a +350 potentially later as well.
I am on the Blues in this game. And I think I'm going to end up taking their puck line just because that's what I do. And I think I'm going to do the same thing with with the later pick in the thing. But I'm going to be fading the Red Wings. I think you're going to start to see some negative regression from them, and we're already starting to see it. They had a really good start to the season. Since in the last 3 games, they've lost to San Jose, Ottawa, and Dallas, though. And they get the Blues today, which the Blues have been playing some good hockey. And then they get Carolina, which is going to be an interesting back and forth, but it's in Detroit. By the way, Nick, I looked it up. Detroit is in Carolina on January 19th. If you're interested, just figure I'd throw that one out there. I'm gonna think that the Red Wings start to regress a little bit. I'm gonna take the Blues. I'll take their puck line. Let me go find exactly what that is, and then I'll let you know. Come on, bet stamp load. Trying to find the best number.
Yeah. By the way, I'd be more interested in seeing the other side of the other team in this game live on January 6th in Carolina.
Oh, you want to go to a Blues game?
The Blues, they're a fun little squad.
All right. Oh, I'll go to whatever game. That's fine. I got it. Blues puck line +190.
That's not a bad number.
Let's do it.
Good luck.
Today is Tuesday, Wednesday.
Tuesday.
Thank you. Back to the chat, Nick. I'm going to quickly write up my card.
Mm-hmm.
for hockey.
Let's see. Cincinnati Bearcats minus 20. Oh, you already mentioned it.
Yeah,
Where
Sorry. Here.
Blues puck line in the under. That just sounds like Detroit Red Wings team total under. That's all that sounds like to me. Best way to bet this game is Wings shot props. The Blues continue to give up a zillion shots. Then you know what that sounds like to me? It sounds like a prop here. Let's take a look, and maybe I might bet this. It wouldn't be an official play because my player props are not official plays. But that just sounds like Jordan Binnington over saves. That's what that sounds like to me. Except for they don't have saves.
Oh,
Really?
hold on. There was one player that I wanted that you could look at for the Red Wings. Hold on.
Patrick Kane?
No.
Cat?
Is that might not be the right team.
David Perron?
Yes, Sprong. Him.
Perron, not Sprong.
No, Sprong's Sprong. Sprong.
Daniel Sprong?
Yeah.
Why?
Hasn't he gotten a lot of shots on goal?
Oh, for shots on goal. I can look at that actually.
Yeah, shots 4-2-1-1-2-2. Right, S is shots.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's been firing.
Yeah, I was thinking Perron because he's a Red Wing, but he was a former Blue.
Oh no, I was thinking Sprong.
Yeah.
Sprong.
I remember I cashed with Daniel Sprong point against the Sharks. Even though I had the Sharks, I had Sprong point and Fabry point. But yeah. Haven't for the early games. I kind of want to kind of lean Lens money line against. This is soccer.
What's soccer, Nick?
Over. There you go. Everything plus money in the Champions League. There you go. Check out shots or the Pringat shots on goal. Could be a good look there. Sorry, boys. I knew my model was dead when the line moved up 2.5 points during the day. This is why I don't play unders. See, you can't be afraid of unders, though. You need to have a mixed variety. Like, I don't bet only unders or only overs. I bet both, so we'll see.
I never even bet that game.
Yeah.
Oops.
Verona, anytime goal and multi-goal. Yeah, they want to cut them or release them. I wouldn't be surprised if that motivates them here. I saw Islanders Twitter. It's like Verona, they want to place on waivers, and it had the meme of Squidward pointing down, and it said Islander, Verona. How about the Dukies minus 15.5 on the hardwood? We have them as 14.5.
So no, it'd be leaning the opposite way, but I don't need to touch that game.
Yep. Two players that defense are playing midfield. There you go. Play. We need more player props. Yeah, I do need to look at more player props. I probably should. Yeah, maybe I'll start coming up with some more player props there. I didn't really look at player props too much, but I can probably look at more. What's good, Markel? We'll keep on moving on here. I actually moved on this game, and probably my shirt's giving away out what I've moved on this game with. I wonder what. But let's get into it. We have the Philadelphia Flyers and the Nashville Predators. We have the Predators as minus 130 favorites with a total of 6 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here where the line opened up at a 114. It's up to a 128. Wow, big line movement towards Nashville. Line opened up at a 6 at plus 105. It's now a 6 at minus 108. So a move towards the over here as well. Taking a look at the line history here, 33% of the tickets, 85% of the cash is on the over in this game. 77% of the tickets and 86% of the cash is on Nashville in this one here. And it's really, for me, only hockey that I do this more than anything. I'm going against the market in this game. I think the wrong team's favored. I think the lines moved in the wrong direction. And I like the Flyers in this game. I had the Flyers as around a minus 150, minus 120 favorite in this game, not the Predators. The Flyers, we cashed a ticket with them last game against the Colorado Avalanche as nice big dogs. But this has been a little bit of a whack, and they've won 4 in a row. They beat Colorado in Colorado 5-2. They beat Arizona 4-1. They won back-to-back games against the Penguins. They forced the Devils to overtime. They did lose to the Hurricanes 4-1, but they beat the Islanders 1-0 in a shootout. This is a team that's actually playing good hockey this year. They're third in the Metro right now. Now, granted, they're a point behind the Islanders for the second seed, but they've played the same amount of games. And Washington will probably pass them if they win one of their next 2 games, because the Washington Capitals have 2 games in hand and only down a point to them. But this Flyers team has been a lot better than I thought they were going to be this year. And I look for them to continue it here until they show me that they're going to start to regress. I think there's going to continue to be value on the Flyers. And I've been backing the Flyers an awful lot lately. I backed them against Colorado. I unfortunately faded them against Pittsburgh. But I've backed them plenty of times recently. And this is a Flyers team that I think will continue to have value on them going forward. I'm on the Flyers. I got them at plus 115 in this game.
This one's the one that I didn't bet. I just didn't feel like I needed to get to it. 2 teams that are kind of just middle of the pack. I know right now Philadelphia is in a playoff spot. That's not going to stand. They'll regress as well. 15-10-2 to start the year. Impressive. It's not going to hold on. Although they've won 4 straight games, 2 of them in overtime versus Pittsburgh. So, yeah. They are coming off of a very nice win against Colorado, 5-2 in Colorado. Could be a little bit of a letdown spot for them here, but I feel no need to go after them. Nashville has been playing good hockey as well. They've won 4 out of their last 5. Their only loss was a shutout loss to the Toronto Maple Leafs. So not really a terrible loss in Toronto. I'm going to stay away from this game. Maybe lean towards an over. Could be an interesting spot, but nothing I need to get to in this one.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I like the Flyers here. That's it. I have this game projected at 6 as well, so I think that the total is right. So
back to the chat. I'm gonna put together a couple of things real quick. I want some player props.
Yeah, under 6.5 and lean Preds. I'm on the Flyers. Tim, why did I say stay away from the Nuggies? They cooked them.
I thought it was a bad spot for them too.
Me
Don't
too.
blame yourself.
Yeah. I took the under Predators and Flyers team total under. Yeah. Thought it was a trap. A bunch of soccer I do not feel like reading. The fact that the Flyers beat down the Avs makes it easier to like Smashville. I can very well see that. But I just think that they're a better team right now. He's been okay. He's been okay. He's still, my numbers have him as about a slightly below league average goaltender this year. UC Saros. He's not been that good. But we'll get into the next game here, where we have the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Vancouver Canucks in this one here. Canucks minus 125 favorites with a total of 6.5 in this game. Line opened up at 125. It's down to a 123. So small movement towards Tampa. Line opened up at a 6.5 at even money. It's now 6.5 at plus 102. So a line move towards the under as well. We have 61% of the tickets and 98% of the cash is on the Canucks in this game. 67% of the tickets on the over. We have no cash flow on said over. I have the Canucks as the favorite in this game, obviously. And I have them as big enough of a favorite to have me interested in the money line here for the Canucks. This is one of those games where I don't think the line was available last night, which is why I haven't bet it yet. But I'm looking at Vancouver in this spot here. I think that they should be a bigger favorite in this game. Tampa Bay is one of those teams where they're kind of tricky right now because they're not in the playoff spot. And do I think they're going to turn it around? Yeah. Is it going to be against this Vancouver Canucks team that's been really good at home? Their only loss of the last 4 games was that 6-5 game against New Jersey. And on the flip side, we've kind of actually seen Tampa play a little bit better as of late. They've won 3 of their last 4 games. Their only loss was on the back-to-back against Nashville. But overall, when you look at these two teams, I see value here in the number with the Canucks here in this spot. So I'm going to take Vancouver at minus 125 here in this game. I think there's value on that number, and I'll take a shot with them here. Vancouver for me.
Canucks. Yeah, I'm on there with you. I'm gonna. I mean, I've been on this Canucks team a lot this year. I took their puck line plus 210. I'm thinking they're winning late and an empty netter. So I do like Vancouver in this game. I think they get the job done against Tampa Bay, who Tampa is on an out west road trip. They played Nashville, they played Seattle, they're against Vancouver, then they get Edmonton and Calgary. So they're in the middle. They're at game 3 of a 5-game road trip for them. I think Vancouver steps up. I know Vancouver hasn't been playing. Well, they actually won 3 out of their last 4. I know they struggled for a little bit, but they've been playing better as of late. Only loss was a 6-5 loss to the New. They could have easily have won. I like Vancouver. I took their puck line.
Fair. Yeah, it's within a reason where I can just lay the $1.25 for me. So I'm fine with that. Canucks. For those looking for player props, Quinn Hughes to win the Norris probably is a decent look. I know Mel's in the crowd, or Mel's in the chat, and can't stand when people keep mentioning Quinn Hughes over Cale Makar. So I just wanted to poke fun there for the one that asked for more player props. Quinn Hughes to win the Norris over Cale Makar.
Oof, that's okay. I'll let you read the chat so that you can deal with her.
Yeah. LOL. UC, no goals. Saros.
No goals.
Yeah. No goals. Canucks. Puck line.
Canucks.
The Canucks.
By the Vancouver Canucks.
Primetime unders have been ugly recently, still sprinkling Raiders money line in the under. They have been up and pretty lately, yeah. Canucks and under 6.5, yeah. Does it feel like the books are begging for Tampa money? They very well could be. And I'm kind of interested in that under that Fernando brought up there. That under, and maybe with it being a 6.5, it's a 3.5 for Tampa, and maybe I can get a Tampa team total under. Nope, it's a 2.5 at plus 140. Never mind. Maybe. I don't know, because Vancouver does have the better record. They're at home, so who knows? Kind of seeing the Canucks allowing the first goal, then crushing the Lightning. I could see that. Thanks, Lex. Quinn Hughes? Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I was expecting there from Mel. I know how much Mel loves the Quinn Hughes hype. So we'll move on, though, with the Calgary Flames and the Vegas Golden Knights. The Golden Knights minus 200 favorites in this game, total of 6. This line has moved an awful lot. And actually, I believe there's been some buyback on nope, there hasn't been. It opened up at a 175. It's up to a 188 for the Vegas Golden Knights. So a 15-cent line movement towards Vegas here. Line opened up at a 6 minus 121. It's now a 6 at minus 101. So it's a move towards the under here, and it's a move towards the Golden Knights. We have 92% of the tickets, 92% of the cash on the Golden Knights. I kind of expected that with the Flames coming in off of that back-to-back. 75% of the cash is on the under. The line has moved towards set under. Looking at this game here, I have this game projected Thompson versus Wolf, because Vladar went last night. Thompson, obviously the better goaltender at the moment. And I have this game projected with the Golden Knights around minus 230 favorites in this game. So seeing them at this price, I mean, I see a little bit of value here with the Golden Knights. I want to see minus 200 and plus 130. What type of minus one line would that produce? That would produce minus 130 on the minus one line. I'm kind of interested in taking Vegas minus 1 here. I think that the Flames are a team that we should expect some regression from. Or not regression, but continue to struggle. I mean, they started to pick it up a little bit. And also these two teams just played on the 27th and Calgary won in overtime. Since that Calgary win in overtime, the Vegas Golden Knights have received points in every single game. They lost in a shootout against Edmonton on the back-to-back. They beat the Canucks 4-1. They beat the Capitals 4-1. They lost in overtime to St. Louis. They beat the Blues 6-3. They beat the they beat the Stars 6-1, and they went to a shootout against the Sharks. I'm interested in this Vegas Golden Knights team at the -1 line at -130. I have them projected around there, and I have this game projected around 5.62 goals. So I kind of lean under in this game as well. Maybe that could be a Calgary team total under, but I know it's going to be a 2.5, probably a pick'em number. Yep, 2.5 -110 to the under for them tonight. I think I'm going to end up moving on this -1 line for the Vegas Golden Knights here.
I didn't touch a side or a total in this game. I do have a player prop for this game though, and that's going to be at +210. Jack Eichel under a point. He doesn't get on the scoreboard tonight. +210 for under Jack Eichel.
That sounds like just a hate play because he's
no, not at all. I have player props for a couple other teams too, which we'll talk over some of them, but those are all going to be up on my. I just posted them on my Twitter page.
Yep, I just moved on the Vegas Golden Knights -1 -130. Vegas Golden Knights -1. Let me track that now. Back to the chat, Tim.
Where did you leave off?
There.
I do not bet Calgary in any way coming off that game last night.
I didn't.
Who did they play last night?
Colorado.
Oh yeah, they played Colorado. There you go. Vegas puck line.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Aiden Hill on my side. Vegas puck line in the under.
I think it's Thompson. He was hurt. Last time I checked.
Calgary was a gut punch last night. Emotional loss. Kadri and Georgiev fighting. Jesus. Players need to grow up. F it, give me the Flames. Vegas -1. Where the hell did you come up with Eichel under a point?
He's a Sabres fan, that's how.
Anyways, who is the next? You know what? Untouchable. You know what? No. Just stop. Just stop. Who's it going to be, Nick?
Skinner. Actually, no. Nobody's going to take his what do you call it? Nobody's going to take his contract.
No, it could be a Sabre that already left.
It could be a Sabre that already left.
Yeah. I think the most likely one is Olmark.
Linus Olmark, yeah.
Hilarious Calgary collapse last night. TNT Tage Thompson.
They've signed him long term though.
Hey, Mel, Tage is with the team for a while. I'm pulling up his contract. Tage Thompson contract. 7 years, $1 under $50 million. And he signed that. He'll be with the team until 2029. So no, he's there for career. Which he's only getting about $7 million a year. Cousins, another guy, Dylan Cousins. You got to check the contracts first. 7-year, $49.7 million with Buffalo, signed in February of 2023. He'll be a Sabre for life. Together with Earle Sports Bets, the Twins. I got you. There you go. What's up? Stop, Gio. Just trying to rile you up. Yeah, but you got to do with somebody whose contract's about to expire. Tell me like Kylok Poso or something. Okay. Let's head to this one, Nick. Which I have a player prop for. 2 player props.
You have a player prop for it. All right. We have the Kraken and the Panthers. I actually do have a play. This is I believe the only other game I have words. This is the only other game I have a pre-show bet on. There we go. Words. Florida Panthers and the Seattle Kraken. There we go. All right, let's get up my numbers for this one here. All out of whack now. Okay, there we go. Line history in this game where we have this line opened up at a 160. It is still a 160. Got up to 168 last night. There's been some buyback on the Kraken. Line opened up at a 6.5 at even money, and now it's down to a 6. So move towards the under, no move on the side here. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this one, where we have 60% of the tickets, 72% of the cash is on the Panthers, 32% of the tickets, 56% of cash is on the under in this game as well. My numbers for this game have the Panthers around a minus 210 favorite in this game. I took the Panthers -1 at minus 104 in this game. I would also kind of lean towards maybe a Panthers team total potentially. This is a Panthers team that I think is one of the best in the East. And I know in the standings they're not on the top or anything like that. When you look at this team's advanced analytics, they're an elite hockey team. They just are. And they're a team that I think could be I mean, I know they just won it last year, but they're a dark horse to win the East again this year. And against teams like the Kraken, I think they take care of business here. It's projected to be Grubauer in net, I think, which has been not great this year. And the Panthers are just a team that I think are bet on rather than bet against. So I'm already on the Panthers here at -1, minus 104.
I got a player prop for both sides. I kind of one of them kind of correlates with another one of my plays from earlier in the card. Matthew Tkachuk, anytime goal, +150. I hope to see both Tkachuks put in the back of the net because I have Brady as well in the early game. On the opposite side, and this one's going to tug at Nick's heartstrings, Jordan Eberle, anytime point, -110. I'm expecting some goals in this game. I lean towards the over as well. Oh, wait, no, sorry. I might actually have the over. I do. I forgot. Over 6.5. I forgot about that play because it's the only one on my card that's not plus money. So kind of just went whoop, right over my head. Florida, Seattle over as well. I'm expecting goals, and I expect it from both sides. So if I can get those guys to get it done, that'd be cool. That's what I'm running with this one. I got the over, and I got Tkachuk anytime goal and Eberle anytime point.
Yeah, I did miss Eberle, and then I saw the chemistry that Horvat and Barzal have now. It's going to be something special. Horvat and Barzal for years to come.
There you go. Still sucks that my Blues gave up TNT Tage Thompson the price for winning the Cup. O'Reilly. Yeah. I mean, you guys won a Cup, so you guys can't really be mad at that.
No.
Suns -2.5. The Warriors games has been won by last 8 Warriors games have been won by the home team. There you go. I'm on the other side, but with the Suns game. So you knock out our Captain Larkin and don't expect retributions. I almost wish Perron would have done more damage. 5 to 6 game suspension, well worth it.
Jeez.
Am I missing something?
Larkin got hurt.
Oh,
I'm so salty about it.
I'm not doing the best lately, so probably a good thing. All right. Over 6. Yes. Guys, the best bet you can make this month is New Mexico State to win the New Mexico Bowl. Diego Fia, Jerry Kill. Are you kidding me? They're crushing. Do we have them?
This is for football.
And it's against Fresno State. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? I like it. True, Gio. Tkachuk Bros, anytime goal parlay. Big money. Let's do it. Panthers 60 minutes. Yeah, just take the puck line. And some money line for the drop protection, or just take some puck lines. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Woo! Sorry. Come on, Nick. Drop some FCS playoff stuff this month.
Are we into the playoffs already?
Yes. I think they're like 2 rounds in by now.
Damn it.
San Diego State still dominant.
Yeah, San Diego State will probably win the whole thing. We are in the Final Four.
Okay. Well, come up with places.
It's South Dakota State versus Albany. Albany! Shout out to Great Danes. And then we have North Dakota State. I told you they were going to go far. I remember when I was picking the bracket earlier, I said, yeah, watch out for them. And and Montana on the other side. I mean, North Dakota State. I think we're going to see a Dakota matchup again. The way I look at it, probably South Dakota State and North Dakota State. But let me crunch the numbers. Let me see what the lines are, and we'll go from there.
LIU plus 18.5 versus UMass Lowell.
Sharks.
Go Sharks, but we have that at a 19, so it's a slight lean towards UMass Lowell, but not enough to take it. Sharks. New Mexico State in football. Go for it. We have 2 more hockey games to go over, and I have played both for them.
I think I have to bet this game just out of merit.
All right, you're on the same boat as me. Got it.
I think I'm going to have to. Well, let's get into this one here. We have the Edmonton Oilers as, let me make sure I'm reading this correctly, minus 500? Minus 500.
Sounds about right.
All righty then. Good God. All right, we have the Edmonton Oilers as minus 500 favorites in this game. Total of 6.5. Let's take a look at the line history, because why not? Line opened up at a $3.99. It's up to a $4.65 here on BetOnline. Line opened up at a $1.35. It's up to a $1.43 for the over. So the line's moving heavily towards this over, and it's moving dramatically towards the Oilers. Because everyone's going to be throwing them on their parlays. 93% of the tickets are on the Oilers. 86% of the tickets, 81% of the cash is on the puck line for the Oilers. 69% of the tickets are on the over in this game as well. We have the Blackhawks are plus 350. First period, they're plus 235. Plus 2.5 is minus 140. I am going to move on that, on the plus 2.5 here for sure. And I might just double down and take them full money line as well. And I'm just going to put a full unit on both, because why not? Minus 500 is stupid. It just is. So I'm going to start with the Blackhawks at plus 2.5, minus 140. And then I'm going to take the Chicago Blackhawks at plus 350.
I will throw it out there, Nick. If you want 2.5 on the site, it is available at minus 119, according to TopBet.
I will take that for sure. My book is not offering me that type of glorious number. I have to unfortunately lay $1.40 with it. But with that being said, give me the Blackhawks plus 2.5, minus 140, plus 350 money line in this game here. That's just a ridiculous price. It just is. So yeah, no, for me, it's Blackhawks at this monster price tag.
I had to take the Blackhawks. I did. And it's at plus 380. And then I wanted to grab a unique player prop for this game. So I took Connor Bedard anytime goal, plus 180. I think he puts one in the back of the net. Apparently, he's been one of the better players for this Blackhawks team. He's a high caliber rookie that a lot of people have been talking about. He's got 11 goals and 12 assists this year. I don't know. He seems like he's a solid player. Front runner for like the rookie of the year.
He has potential in this league. I know not a lot of people know this kid's name, but Connor Bedard has a lot of potential in this league.
No, I'm kidding. Let's go ahead and take a Connor Bedard hat trick. No, I'm kidding. I wonder what his hat trick would be at. Let's look that up.
Always 85-1.
Here, I will be on Connor Bedard anytime goal 180 and the Blackhawks money line. The best price I was able to find on BetStamp was 380. So
yeah. And if you're interested, you can get the Blackhawks team total at 2.5 at plus 115. I think that's worth a look as well. I've already invested enough between the extended puck line and the money line where I don't feel the need to add more to the Chicago Blackhawks as a massive underdog tonight. Can't say I'm particularly thrilled to be having this much money on the Blackhawks tonight. But with that being said, as long as they keep it within 2, I'll at least break even. If they win outright, this will be a very, very profitable game for me.
Connor Bedard hat trick, 39-1.
That's it.
You want to know what's insane? How about Connor McDavid hat trick? Where do you think that's at?
25-1.
14-1 for Connor McDavid hat trick. That's insane. That's just pathetic. Yeah, I'm gonna run with that. What I said. Yeah, the 500. Yeah, Blackhawks plus 1.5. You could probably get that at like plus 160 area.
Yep.
Under 6.5. Let my nuts hang type of play. Good luck.
And what about the? That's minus 120. Oilers team total under 4.5.
No. Waiting till just before the game to maximize Blackhawks value. Don't think they win, but minus 500 sounds cursed. Hey, get it as best as you can. I would be surprised if the Blackhawks win this game according to the line. Wow, really? You're making a bold take there. A team that's plus like almost 400 you don't think is gonna win the game? Action Network says 90% of tickets on money line and minus 1.5 Vegas Golden Knights be pulling for the Blackhawks.
Vegas Gods, yeah.
There you go. We'll go to the last game of the night, which
God, are we? The question is, are we going back to this freaking team? I don't think I am tonight. The Winnipeg Jets and the San Jose Sharks in this matchup here. We have Winnipeg, Winnipeg, open up at a 218. They're down to a 211. Movement towards the Sharks. Line opened up at a 6.5 at even money. It's down to a 6. So this line has moved down half a goal, and I agree with this line moving down half a goal. I have this game projected for around 5.8 goals. So I think this line for 6, it's about correct. Looking at it now, I probably wouldn't play it. At 6.5, I was leaning towards the under in this game. Let's take a look at the cash flow on this one here, where we have 54% of the tickets, 91% of the cash on the Jets money line, 70% of the tickets are on the puck line, 80% of the tickets, 92% of the cash on the under, which explains the move from the 6.5 to the 6, which I 100% agree with, like I already mentioned. And for me in this game, I have this game projected for the Jets to be around minus 180 favorites in this game. So maybe there's slight value with the Sharks. Am I going to be on the Sharks? No. I almost got a nice plus 250 winner with them the other night against the Golden Knights in a shootout, but it's what it is. No, I'm not interested in this game very much. This will be a simple pass for me. Gun to my head, I would lean Sharks money line at this price, but no play for me.
I'm going to give you a little bit of a crazy statistic here, Nick. The Sharks are averaging over a point per game at home. They are more than a point per game at home. They're 5-6-2 at home. So they play well at home. I will say that. 3-11-1 on the road. I'm going to be on the San Jose Sharks in this one, and I took Tomas Hertl anytime goal at plus 180. Apparently, he's been one of the top scoring players for the Sharks. So
you stop talking about star players like they're nobodies. Yeah, he's been one of the better players. He's their best player.
Well, legit, I went to.
I like Jokic. He's a pretty decent player.
I went to.
You're not that stupid on hockey.
Can I speak, please? No. I went to covers. I pressed on stats. I looked who the top name was. It was Tomas Hertl. 9 goals, 15 assists, 24 points. Next one is Granlund.
Granlund?
There you go. I'm learning players. Please stop it. Stop making fun of me. This is not nice. Be happy that I'm capping hockey. God damn it. So I just took their top goal scorer and took him to get a goal tonight.
That is some sound logic handicapping there.
Thank you. So a Hertl, anytime goal, and Sharks money line.
All right,
back to the chat. I apparently there's chirping back and forth on the Facebook group page with me and Davis, who just keeps on chirping me every single day.
But yeah, we'll head back to the chat here. Brad saying Maureen, Tim, morning, Nicole, how? That was almost English. Over 6 for Fernando. Grayson got the Panthers at minus 142 last night. That's a great number there. I got the -1 at minus 104. Just saying why put a bet on the plus 380, because the risk reward is there in our opinion. Because when you bet a plus 380, it's simple math here. And this is why sometimes when people are like, oh, why would you bet this team? I bet the number. When you take a dog of this stature, and this is why paying attention to odds is so important. I can win this bet 21% of the time and be profitable. You need 20.83% in order to be profitable on a plus 380 bet. So, that being said, I think they win at least 21% of the time. Or for me, it's a plus 350. So I need them to win at least 22.22% of the time. I think they do. So that's why. That is why. It's on the Sharks. What? I'm late. What I missed? The entire NHL card. Finding it funny. Game history does like the Sharks plus 1.5. Both the last few Shark games are all within 1 goal. In the last 10, yeah. Let's go, Brad. The Houston Rockets won yesterday. Good job.
They were also, 11-point favorites?
Yeah. Magic sold the first half yesterday. Ouch.
They won the full game.
About the NBA, unfortunately, we have to get into the NBA now. Yay. We had the LA Lakers at the Dallas Mavericks. The Lakers are minus 1.5 total, 234 this game. Let's switch over from the hockey to the basketball. And we'll take a look at this line history here. Line opened up at a 2 for the Lakers. It's up to a 2.5 for the Lakers. So a slight move towards LA. Line opened up at a 236. It's down to a 232.5. So move towards the under in this game. Let's switch my action network now from hockey to basketball. And there we go. All markets. We have 56% of the tickets, 70% of the cash is on the LA Lakers. The line has moved towards the Lakers. That's on the money line. 73% of the tickets, 56% of the cash is on the Lakers as well. 83% of the tickets are on the under in this game. The line has moved dramatically towards the under in this game. My number for this one here is Dallas is a 1.5-point favorite in this game. The line moving towards the Lakers is kind of interesting, though. I think the line's moving the wrong way. But I'm not somebody who's particularly interested in going against the market in the NBA. I'm fine with it in the NHL. I'm not good enough in the NBA to be going against line movements like that. Looks like sharper money coming in on the Mavericks spread. So it's Mavericks or nothing for me. I might pull the trigger on them, though. I don't know why. Actually, I could. Market's actually not really saying Lakers too much because the line has moved towards the Lakers, but that's just because 73% of the tickets and 56% of the cash is on them. So that's the explanation behind the line move. I want to move on the Mavericks here in this game. I want to take the Mavs. I think the wrong team's favored in this matchup.
It's funny that we start on this game. This one's the only one I have a play from. I'm on the Mavericks money line, and it's fading the Lakers after they won the in-season doesn't really matter tournament. And I think they have a little bit of a letdown spot after all that. It's crazy. The Lakers are actually they're 15-9 now, which they're moving their way up in the standings. They're currently in the 6th spot. Dallas currently in the 3 spot. So I do like the Mavericks in this one. I think everybody's gonna be overly hyped over the Lakers after they won the meaningless tournament. So I'm gonna be on the Mavericks. I took them plus 110 area. So I ride with that today.
Fair, yeah. I got the Mavericks here. I got him plus 2.5 and plus 120.
Okay. What did you leave off in the chat?
There.
How How much did the Rockets win by yesterday? I think 11. I think everyone is going to fade the Lakers after the tournament, but I don't think so. No, I think they will. No. I think they're going to keep backing them because they keep winning. Any thoughts on the Texans and Tennessee Titans Sunday, December? Is that their next game?
Something like that.
Let's look. Texans. Who do the Texans got this week? Oh, they get Tennessee in Tennessee. And Tennessee's a 2.5-point favorite. I'm probably going to lean Tennessee. Over. I could see the over in that game. Predicted Isles leaves 4-3 correct score either side, and they can't go for and can't let go of the regret of not grabbing it. That sucks, dude. What up, fellas? How's last minute Luke? How minutes the Luka played yesterday? Almost English. Okay, I know what you mean. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't even realize they played yesterday. Oh yeah, they played against Memphis yesterday. I don't know. I don't have the. Do they have the thing? Here you go. Minutes. That's Dallas. Luka played 44 minutes yesterday. So he played a bunch. I don't really see him sitting out, but if he sits out, I kind of like the Mavericks even more than. Did you see Luka taunting Memphis fans by acting like he was crying? I did not. I don't really watch the NBA games. What up, fellas? Well, the Mavs have tired legs. I think that goes into the line being the way it is. But I want to fade the Lakers coming off of their thing. So let's head to this one, Nick, which double-digit spread. So yikes.
Yeah, we have the Boston Celtics taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Celtics 10-point favorites there in this game. Actually up to 10.5 now, total of 224 in this game. Line opened up at a 9.5. It's up to a 10.5. Line opened up at a 224. It's still a 224. Let's take a look here. The line or the cash flow, where 33% of the tickets and 56% of the cash is on the Cavaliers in this game. The line moved towards the Celtics, though. Moved up to a 10.5. 67% of tickets are on the over. No cash flow on the total here in this one. I have this game projected for an 8.5. So I see a little bit of value at Cleveland. Nothing I want to make a move on, though. Pretty simple stay off for me. Double-digit spread. I only look dog in this game. It's a pass.
Yes, let's quickly pull up because this line's telling me injuries. It's telling me a bunch of injuries. So I want to probably. I'm going to stay away from this game. I just want to see what the injuries are piling up for Cleveland. Like nobody. Mobley is questionable. And Karis LeVert is questionable. But you got a fully healthy Boston team, and Cleveland's on a second leg of a back-to-back after playing in Orlando yesterday. I'm never laying 10 points. That's just not happening. And I don't even want to even touch Cleveland right now. So this one's a stay away spot for me for sure.
Fair enough. Back to the chat.
I like the under better in the Mavericks game. I can see it. Do you hear what happened to CJ Stroud? No, I don't pay attention really to the.
He got it.
Did you see? Brandon, did you see the Texans game this weekend? Did the Texans win this weekend? I missed it. Did they win? I think I missed it. Celtics. Canucks. I like the Canucks. We'll head to this game, Nick, which you know me.
Yeah. Let's click back on the game here. Denver Nuggets and the Chicago Bulls. The Nuggets 7.5-point road favorites. Total of 220 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot, where this line opened up at a 7. It's up to a 7.5. So we do have a move towards Denver in this game. And this line opened up at a 217.5. It's up to a 220. So we have a move towards the over here as well. let's take a look at the cash flow in this game, where we have 93% of the tickets and 96% and 76% of the cash is on these on this over, and the line's moved up. Right? The line, did I say the line moved up or the line moved down? I don't remember now. Anyways, we have 71% of the tickets, 77% of the cash is on the Bulls spread here in this one here. I do think this line's a little wide. I had this game projected around a 4. The Nuggets are on the second half of a back-to-back as well. This would be Bulls or nothing for me. I don't like that the public looks like is all over the Bulls with 71% of the tickets, which is kind of concerning me, and the line moving towards the Nuggets, which I think is going to end up keeping me off the Bulls in this spot. But it's Chicago or nothing for me in this game.
I am not going to lay 7.5 points on the Nuggets on the road. I know my team. They are 4-10 against the spread on the road this year. Not a team I trust on the road. I'm not touching the Bulls, though. I think I bet the Bulls all twice this year. So it's not that I don't want to fade the Nuggets. I don't bet the Bulls. So I'm going to, although the Bulls have covered in 5 straight games, winning 4 out of the 5. So they've looked better as of late, but they're still a bad team. So I'm not going to mess with this game. There's a lot of games on, I guess it's only 2 out of the 5 that are kind of widespread games. The other ones are 3.5 areas, so it's not as bad. But I don't like the widespread games, and it would be dogs or nothing, which I kind of would lean towards the Bulls in this one. Let me pull up what the league trend is for it. Let's see. Against the spread, home dogs. Wow, only 60, 58, and 3. So not as crazy good as they were last year. There isn't any crazy good trend this year. Like home dogs last year, money makers. Home dogs this year, not really as much. So I'm going to end up staying away from the Bulls game. No need to really going after it.
Sure. Back to the chat.
Boston first half. No, they didn't. Over. Good luck. No, Texans was. They lost, right? To the Jets. Go Jets. I'm going 1 quarter Nuggies. The first quarter Nuggies. If they're going to score, if they're going to be good, they're going to be good in the first quarter. So, yeah, that's fine. I just want to say I watch you guys every day, but never comment. You guys are the best hockey cappers for sure.
Appreciate it.
Cool. I think we both had some a rough hockey year, but thank you. The Vancouver Canucks.
Canucks.
They're both on back-to-back. I'll take the Bulls with the points. That's right. The Bulls played yesterday, too. They were against Milwaukee, and they went into overtime against Milwaukee. So, yeah. Bulls, good luck. I'm getting a PlayStation 5 for Christmas.
Hell yeah.
Maybe you can play Madden. That's how the Texans can get the Super Bowl. Over. Thank you. I can bet Joker triple-double. Last 2 games are off. Maybe. My one worry would be if it gets to be a blowout. But if it's a blowout, then he could probably have it in the first 3 quarters. I stopped playing video games 6 years ago. My videos are at the casino. There you go. CJ Stroud, goat head hard. Interesting, Brandon. We got 2 games left, Nick.
Yep. We have the Phoenix Suns and the Golden State Warriors. The Suns minus 3.5 point favorites, total 234.5 in this game. Looking at the line history in this spot here, where we have the line open up at a 3, it's up to a 3.5. So move towards Phoenix in this game. And the line open up at a 234, it's up to a 234.5. The line move towards the over, line move slight line movement towards the Suns. 78% of the tickets, 83% of the cash is on Phoenix, which explains the line movement towards Phoenix. 40% of the tickets, 81% of the cash is on their money line as well. 91% of the tickets on the over. My projected number for this game was Phoenix minus 2.5. So I see a slight bit of value with Golden State. Not interested in this game too much. And I think the only game I think I'm going to end up moving on is just the Dallas Mavericks. And that's about it. I would also lean towards the Bulls, but I don't really have an interest in this game or the following game as well. So looks like just the Mavericks for me in the NBA.
Yeah, I think I'm going to end up being just on the Mavericks as well. I looked at this one, and it's the battle of mediocrity. I kind of would prefer the Warriors to win here, just so both teams could be at equal 500. I want both these two teams to miss the playoffs. I think there's a realistic chance that they both could, or I had to play in the playing games in general. If the playoffs were to start right now, Nick, Golden State, not in. Golden State would not be in the playoffs at the moment, which is just crazy to see. But I love to see it. I would love to see. I would prefer to see Phoenix drop out, but I don't like them. But right now, these are two teams that are just kind of in a rough spot right now, and I don't want to flip a coin and see who wins. It would be a lean towards the Warriors just because I'm getting 3.5 points. But both these two teams are not teams I like to put my money on, so this one ends up being a pass.
Fair enough. Back to the chat.
I could see the under in the Warriors game. Good idea. Lean Suns. Could be. Did you hear the good news of your Bears coming back from injury? Did you hear that? Your Bears coming from injury. I'll try to figure that one out. Let's head to the following game.
Yeah, the LA Clippers and the Sacramento Kings. The Clippers 3-point favorites, total 234 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history here. As this line opened up with the Clippers as 5-point favorites, they're down to a 2.5. So a big move towards these Kings. Line opened up at a 233. It's up to 234.5. My line for this game is a 3.5 for the Clippers. So see a slight bit of edge. Line's moving down. And we have 38% of the tickets, 69% of the cash. Nice. It's on the Clippers, but yet this line's moving down. So kind of interesting there. 68% of the tickets, 98% of the cash is on the money line for the Kings. 19% of the tickets, 58% of the cash is on the under in this game here. I don't see any value in going after this game. So I kind of alluded to it last game. My only play in the NBA today is the Dallas Mavericks. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I was close to grabbing the Kings. I mean, you already know I like this Kings team, but I'm not going to end up touching this game. It's because they're on a back-to-back, and I know I did a pre-pick video with Jesse yesterday. He mentioned this is the third time that the Kings are on a back-to-back game. The last two times they lost by 14 to the same Clippers. And then I believe they lost, by 38 to New Orleans. So this is a Kings team that does not play well on back-to-backs, and they get blown out. And I'm not touching Clippers. Although they've been playing better as of late, they've won 4 in a row, 5 out of 6. I'm not touching this Clippers team until I really see something, because I could easily see them going back into a funk. This one's a stay-away spot for me. The only NBA play for me is the Dallas Mavericks. Fernando likes the under in the Kings game. That is all of the games for today. We'll do a quick little housekeeping. All the links are above Nick's head. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all that linked down below. If you guys are interested in becoming a member of the channel, I've already posted today's cards. So you got the 3 college basketball games, which is the only stuff that we really haven't talked about. There's the Dallas Mavericks up there, and then 3 NHL plays. Nick might add more later. We'll see. But $5.99 a month, 16 cents a day. It's already in the community tab. So if you guys want to check that out, you'll be on the under in the Kings game as well. Get it. Recap for me today: Ottawa in regulation, Toronto money line. Blues puck line. I like the over in the Florida game. I like the Canucks puck line. The Blackhawks money line. The Sharks money line. The Dallas Mavericks. And then quickly, because I know I didn't mention a couple of them, I did do player props today for hockey. Did Brady Tkachuk anytime goal plus 140. Logan Cooley, anytime point, minus 110. Daniel Sprong, anytime point, plus 120. Jordan Kyrou, anytime goal, plus 200. Jordan Eberle, anytime point, minus 110. Matthew Tkachuk, anytime goal, plus 150. Jack Eichel, under a half a point, plus 210. Connor Bedard, plus 180 to score a goal. And Tomas Hertl, plus 180 to score a goal. And I was looking at, I might add one more, and that might be Connor McDavid under a point. But we'll see how that one goes. That's my card for today. Nick?
Yeah, I don't get your under a points, but that's fine.
Or it might be under a goal.
Under a goal?
That he does not score tonight.
Maybe you can get under 1.5 points for McDavid. But I have the Senators money line plus 115. I have the Penguins team total under 3.5 minus 120. The Flyers at plus 115. Canucks minus 125. Panthers minus 1. Blackhawks plus 2.5 and plus 350. And then Vegas minus 1. I'm also on the Dallas Mavericks plus 2.5 and plus 120. Plus 120.
Adding McDavid, no goal, minus 125.
Jeez.
All right. I got a notification saying Brady dreams of an MLB career. He's not doing that. Last college basketball play I got for you guys, the Salukis. Yes. We're on them too. Yes. That's one of our 3. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow. Peace out, guys.